In the last 12 months, I've done over $1.5 million in sales through live selling on TikTok Live and whatnot combined. I run a warehouse, I have direct supplier access, and I currently have over 6 streams running going on at the same time under my operation. None of them with a big following, none of them waiting weeks for a payout, and none of them required to show your face on camera unless you want to. What I'm about to walk you through is the exact system I use on TikTok Live Shop. Not the affiliate commission model you've probably seen, but the real product-based model that lets you source inventory wholesale, sell it live, and get paid fast. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what TikTok Live Shop is. You'll know why 2026 is the best year to start, and you'll get a step-by-step path to your first sales. Give me 15 minutes, let's get into it. I want to show you who this is actually for, because it's not for people with years of selling experience or an existing audience. Andrew here had zero live selling background before he joined the program. He came in from the Amazon FBA world, frustrated with the fee structure and the constant headaches that come with Amazon FBA. Inside his first 2 weeks on TikTok Live, using wholesale inventory sourced through my warehouse, he cleared over $1,200 in one show. By week 3, he already sold over $20,000 in revenue and reinvested that capital into more inventory. Daniela here was working full time when she started. She ran her first show on a weekend in her living room. Just a phone, a light, a clean background, and the right inventory. She sold out of inventory her first stream. She now runs consistent streams every single weekend and stopped looking for a secondary income. What these people have in common is not prior experience or a built-in audience. It is people that followed a structured system, sourced correctly from day one, and stayed consistent past the first couple shows, because that's where most people quit. And that's the framework I'm gonna walk you through right now. Here's the assumption that stops most people before they even start on TikTok Live. They see live selling on TikTok and immediately think one of two things. Either I need a huge following for anyone to show up to my stream, or this is for influencers who earn a small commission on other people's products. Both are completely wrong, and understanding why matters more than anything else in this video. TikTok Live Shop is not an influencer platform. Let me repeat that one more time. TikTok Live Shop is not an influencer platform. The model I'm teaching is not affiliate marketing. You are not earning a referral cut on someone else's inventory. You are sourcing inventory wholesale and selling it direct to consumer, getting paid the full margin on every single item, not a commission percentage. And as for the audience question, TikTok Live Shop, just like Whatnot, is a live shopping marketplace. When you go live on TikTok Shop, the platform actively distributes your stream to users who are already inside the app, already in a buying mindset, and already scrolling through live shopping content. You are not trying to build an audience before you can make money. You are sourcing inventory wholesale, selling it direct to consumer, and getting paid the full margin on every item that moves, not a commission percentage. And for the audience question, TikTok Live, like Whatnot, is a live shopping marketplace. When you go live on TikTok, the platform actively distributes your stream to users who are already inside the app, already in the buying mindset, and already scrolling through live shopping content. You are not trying to build an audience before you can make money. You are plugging into a demand that already exists. Demand that platform sends to your stream the moment you go live. This is why new sellers with 0 followers, with 0 fans, can go live on TikTok Shop and walk away with real sales on stream 1. Thousands of dollars in potential revenue. The platform does the distribution work for you. Your job is the product and the presentation. Now here's where TikTok Shop really separates itself from Whatnot, and why running both together is so powerful. On Whatnot, everybody is there to shop. That's the whole point of the app. People open it with the intention of buying, with bidding, with spending. The demand is already there. You're just capturing it. TikTok is completely different. People aren't opening TikTok to shop. They're scrolling, they're bored, they're killing time, they're watching content. So when you go live, you're not stepping into a marketplace. You're interrupting attention. That means you have to earn each sale. You have to hook them, grab their attention, and create the buying moment in real time. The sellers who are building the most volume right now in live selling are running both. Whatnot is for auction energy and repeat buyers. TikTok Live Shop is for impulse purchases and the reach that comes with TikTok's distribution engine. That is the full picture, and is what nobody explains when they talk about TikTok Live Shop. Now here's where most people who try to do TikTok Live go wrong, and this is not what you'd expect. They watch other sellers, they see what categories are performing, what products people are promoting, and what the general presentation style looks like. And then they go live doing something similar, same products, same type of general energy, same talking points, and wonder why their stream sits at 5 viewers and no conversion. The problem is surface level imitation. You can see what a successful seller is promoting and roughly how they run a stream, but you cannot see their sourcing costs, their payroll costs, their margin structure, what that specific product is converting for at the end of the day, why that specific product is converting for them at their stage of account development, or how many streams it took before the distribution started compounding. When you copy the surface without the structure underneath, you end up in the most common failure pattern I see with new TikTok Live Shop sellers. The wrong product at the wrong price point with no margin to work with. You go live, you present well, you get some viewers viewers, but nothing converts. And that's not because your energy was bad, but because the product wasn't right for a live selling environment at that price you paid for it at the current stage of your TikTok journey. The sellers who fail on TikTok Live Shop almost always fall into one of three traps. The first, they source based on what's trending on their feed without understanding the unit economics. If you're paying too close to retail for inventory, there is no margin in a live selling environment where buyers expect competitive pricing. The second, they go live without understanding how TikTok algorithm treats early streams. Your first several shows are data the platform uses to understand who you are and who to show your streams to. The way you structure those early shows, how long you stream for, how actively you engage with the chat, how you use the product pinning feature shapes what the algorithm learns about the account. Getting this wrong in the first few shows creates a distribution hole that takes weeks, maybe even months to climb out of. The third, they treat TikTok Live as a test rather than a business. They go live 3 or 4 times, see slow early numbers, and decide the platform does not work for them. Only a couple shows before they actually would have started building real momentum. All 3 of these are completely preventable, but only if you understand them before your first stream, not after. Now let me explain what separates sellers who are building real revenue on TikTok Live from everyone else who tries and stops. TikTok Live Shop's algorithm rewards one thing above everything else: sustained watch time combined with in-stream purchase events. When a viewer joins your stream, stays for a meaningful amount of time, and then converts, that is the highest value signal you could send to TikTok's algorithm. It tells the platform that your live is doing exactly what the platform was built to do. You hold attention and you generate commerce. And every time that cycle happens, the algorithm responds by distributing your stream to more and more viewers. More viewers creates more opportunity for the cycle to repeat, and more repeats generate more distribution. It all compounds, but it only starts if you understand how to structure a live stream that keeps people watching and creates the right conditions for that impulse purchase to happen. 3 things drive that cycle in practice. First, pinned product presentation. TikTok Live Shop lets you pin a product to your screen so it's visible throughout the entire stream. Viewers can tap it and buy without leaving the live. The way you introduce, demonstrate, and return to that product during the stream directly determines how often that tap happens. Sellers who rush through items and cycle products too quickly generate low conversion rates compared to sellers who slow down, show the product clearly, and explain the value in a way viewers can absorb in real time and give them enough time to make their decision. Second, chat engagement. TikTok's algorithm treats active chat as a real-time signal that your content is worth showing to more people. A live where the host is responding to comments and calling out names and answering questions in a moment, that stream generates more distribution than one where the host is presenting in silence. Your job on stream is to not just talk on camera, it's to run a live conversation where the people watching feel involved enough to stay, ask something, and eventually buy. Third, product selection calibrated to the live format. Not every product that sells in a listing environment converts well in a live selling environment. The products that perform best on TikTok Live are the ones where the value is immediately obvious. Things where viewers can understand why this is worth buying within the 10 seconds I have to watch. Beauty, clothing, accessories, shoes, lifestyle items in a price range where the impulse purchase is an easy decision. These categories generate real-time buying behavior because the decision cycle is very short. Most new sellers are focused on one of these: pinned product presentation, chat engagement, and product selection. The sellers doing real volume have all 3 working together at the same time. If you're watching this right now and you're thinking this is exactly the model I've been looking for, and you want to build this into a business that does over $50,000 a month, the link below is where you start. That's how you work with me directly. For everyone else, keep watching because the setup process actually matters, and I'm gonna walk you through every single step. Here's the exact system, step by step, in order. Step 1. Get your TikTok Shop seller account set up correctly. TikTok Shop has a seller application process. The category you apply in, how you describe your business, and how the account is configured from the start affects how the platform treats your store going forward. Most new sellers treat this as a formality and rush through it. Don't. Getting this right at the application stage prevents problems that are very difficult to correct once the account is actually live. And every student inside the live sales blueprint goes through the account setup with direct guidance because the application decisions that you make on day 1 shape the account's journey early on. Step 2. Set up the TikTok live streamer dashboard. TikTok Shop has a dedicated streamer dashboard, a separate interface built specifically for sellers running live shopping events. From there, you can add products to your live in real time, pin and unpin items during the stream, moderate your chat, and see all of your conversion data as the show is running. Most new sellers try to run a live from just their phone app and miss the operational control that makes your live stream actually manageable. Get inside the dashboard before your first stream. Know where everything is. Know how to pin a product, how to swap in midstream without interrupting your presentation. This is a 10-minute setup that most people skip and then wonder why their first stream felt so chaotic. Step 3. Build your physical streaming setup. You do not need a studio. You need 3 things: a stable tripod, a ring light or a soft box for professional lighting in the $20 to $40 range, nothing crazy, and a clean background that looks intentional. The lighting matters more than most people realize, not because it makes you look polished, but because it makes the products you're presenting actually look more expensive on camera. Set this up, go live for a few minutes in a private test stream, and check out how the products read on camera before your first actual show. Step 4, inventory source specifically for the live selling environment. The products that work best on TikTok Live are the ones where buyers understand the value immediately, without a long explanation, without significant trust building, without needing to do research before clicking buy. Beauty, clothing, shoes, accessories, lifestyle items at price points where the impulse purchase is an easy yes. Then comes the sourcing question. How do I get these products at wholesale cost so the margin is even there for live selling? This is an issue that is addressed in our first strategy call inside the program. For students who don't have existing supplier access, I provide pre-built inventory bundles from my warehouse at my wholesale cost, no markups. I make sure the inventory problem gets solved before stream 1. Step 5, plan your show before you go live. Knowing your product lineup before you open the dashboard. Your strongest, most visual compelling product goes first. It sets the tone, it gets the viewers going. It's also very important to know what product you're going to pin first on your page and when you will transition into a new product. A TikTok Live that opens with confident and clear product presentation and keeps moving builds the watch time and engagement signals that TikTok algorithm rewards. Step 6, run your first streams. Your first stream does not have to be perfect. It just has to happen. Your goal in the early shows is just learning how the platform responds to your energy, which products generate chat activity, how long viewers are staying. TikTok is studying your streams early on to understand what kind of seller you are and who to show your content to. Every stream is data. The sellers who improve fastest are running consistent shows and pay attention to what the platform is telling them after each one. Most sellers start seeing meaningful traction after around show 5 to 8, as long as they're sourcing the right products, engaging in the chat actively, and structuring the stream around the 3 mechanisms I walked through earlier. Step 7, run TikTok Live Shop alongside Whatnot. This is the part of the model that most sellers thinking about live selling never consider, and it's actually one of the biggest scaling advantages available right now. TikTok Live Shop and Whatnot are not competing platforms. They're complementary, and they capture completely different buyer behaviors. Whatnot is auction-based. It creates competitive urgency. Buyers in Whatnot streams are engaging by the bidding process. They are already there to buy products. The energy of competing and not wanting to lose drives prices upward. TikTok Live Shop captures impulse buyers. Someone who sees the product, recognizes the value immediately, and taps buy before they thought twice. Different psychology, different decision cycle, different audience. But running both means your business is generating revenue from 2 distinct buying behaviors across 2 distinct platforms at the same time. This is what makes a day like $40,000 in one single day possible. Not one platform working at its ceiling, but 2 platforms compounding together. And as the operation scales, you bring in trained streamers who run shows for you. You manage inventory and supplier relationships. The streamers run the shows, and the shipping operation handles all fulfillment. What starts from one person going live in a spare room becomes a warehouse-backed operation with multiple streams running daily across multiple platforms. This is the full build-out, and every component starts from stream 1. Step 8, build the shipping system before you need it. The bottleneck most sellers never see coming is fulfillment. When inventory moves fast across a live stream, especially when running 2 platforms at the same time, you can end up with hundreds or thousands of orders in a single day. Without a clean inbound and outbound system, the volume creates mistakes. Wrong items shipped, delayed orders, buyers then begin experiencing problems that can cost you reviews and repeat customers, which are very important in the live selling space. Inside the program, we build out shipping systems as the business grows. So when volume scales, the operation scales cleanly with you. This is the thing that nobody talks about until it's already a problem, but we address it before it even gets there. This video gives you the full framework, but here's what happens when people try to run this without any structure around them. The most common version is they source the wrong products at the wrong price points because nobody walked them through what actually sells in a live selling environment versus a listing environment. The early shows generate views but minimal conversion. They push through a few more streams, see the same results, and decide TikTok Live Shop doesn't work for them. When the problem was never the platform, it was the inventory decision before the first stream. The second version, they go live without understanding how the early shows are training the algorithm. They don't engage with the chat. They cycle products too fast. The watch time signals are weak. The algorithm doesn't end up distributing. They get few viewers and make few sales and quit 3 streams in before the distribution would have started compounding. The third version, they get approved and they spend days, maybe even weeks trying to figure out how to configure the streamer dashboard. They can't figure out product pinning setup. They can't get an answer of what to source and how to source, and they actually never go live. Not because they weren't motivated, but because there is no structure and no one to ask. This is exactly what the live sales blueprint is built to prevent. It's not a course that you watch and figure out alone. It's a structured program with strategy calls and course portals and Discord communities and weekly group calls. And we also give you access to a platform rep that you can ask daily questions and they can help guide you through the process. In addition, I also stay involved through the process personally, and not just through the first stream, but through the scaling stages in the first couple of months as the business is growing. And the sellers who build real momentum inside the program are never the most experienced. And one thing that I can tell you is the sellers who build real momentum inside the program are never the most experienced. They're the ones who actually follow the system without improvising on the parts that actually matter, and they stay consistent through the first couple of weeks. That is the most important part. If you want to be part of the biggest e-commerce opportunity of 2026 and you want to do it with a proven system behind you instead of trying to figure it out cold, the link in the description is where you start. Click it, book a free strategy call. We'll go over your situation, your starting point, your goals, and your timeline, and we'll figure out together whether this is the right move for you. If it is, I'll let you know exactly what your first 30 days will look like. And if it's not the right fit, I'll tell you that too. Click the link below, book your call, and let's build this out together.